Okay, this is probably going to be kind of horrible. Let's see what we can get out of this. So there's some horrible camera work here, but I probably shouldn't have had a camera in the first place because I needed definitely all my concentration. It's the first time operating this machine or anything like this machine. Adjusting the depth of cut there. Using auto feed.
I'm doing this under very close supervision.
You see there's nobody around. It's when the machine stops is when I need the supervision. We did the first part of this, getting the piece to size manually, and then we used the DRO. We're doing the rest. Now I'm raising the knee, traversing, getting ready to traverse back.
No.
He wants to know who I'm talking to. I tried to keep a couple of his other processes going while he was, to kind of compensate for the time I was stealing from him. He was cutting some 13-inch diamond stock, diamond shape for inserts. And I kept his...
one side, that's up for me. I gotta pay attention to this.
Kept his bandsaw operating. I think I might have missed some of the beginning of this. Unsure what to do there. Thinking I figured it out. I'm raising the knee. I think I was going 100 thousandths in increments. More great camera work once again.
I'm doing this under very close supervision.
Once again, not a soul in sight. So he's watching me. I want to give a giant shout out to Mike at Cut Right Machine Shop in Tremont City, Ohio. It's my neighbor's father, and he's about a 5-minute drive from my driveway to his. And when I walked in the door carrying a package, he said, "This mill's available. Tell me how much or how little help you need. Just get started." So I got the die cam out and calibers and started really trying to draw a picture on the part, and really kind of, just nervous, confusing myself, and so I finally figured out all I need to do is write down my dimensions. So I drew a little picture of the finished part and added some dimensions. He was suggesting like 10 thousandths undersize to allow, movement in the slot. And I was thinking it should be maybe 20 thousandths, but he's the guy with the experience. And he's old school, so his opinion might be different than yours. But I think we ended up around 20 thousandths under. There's a couple dimensions. I think probably all 3 dimensions we had to go back and take a little more material. And that was, probably all due to my measuring. I wasn't real comfortable, and I found myself, not that I got caught in mismeasuring, but I did catch myself several times taking measurements without checking in the dial caliber that it was zeroed out every time. But I don't think I had any issues because of that. So yeah, big thanks. I now have my tool post attached to the lathe, and I've actually made my first chips already. So let's go over and maybe look at some second chips. We're going to call this first chips. We're just wanting to get comfortable removing some metal. My first job on here is going to be to make this fit my chuck face. So I'm going to be removing this whole thing and facing it off, so I have a little play area. I got an indicator set up down here on the carriage, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do 20 thousandths and see what that looks like. Okay, that's 20 thousandths. Let me get everything turned on. Make sure we're recording. Okay, there's the phase converter. There's the lathe. Here comes the spindle. Okay, there's first chips. let me pull some of this out of here. And I'll give you a look at my tool post situation. I'm not sure if you guys are getting a broader picture of things or not. Yeah, sure you are. Okay, so we'll bring that out. It's a cutter I bought with the quick change tool post. There's the information on it. And I gotta talk a little louder, get you guys awake. Okay, now yeah, we're gonna show you this here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this. Oops, sorry about that. I'm not gonna go that way. Can I pull it off that way? Yeah. Okay, there's the situation. It is a very, very tight fit, very tolerant, close. Really had one more. Technically we were done, but I wanted to do one more pass, and he had to leave to go see his mother, and he said just come back tomorrow. I said, well, I'll just take it home and I'll finish it with the file. So 'twas what I did. Let me go ahead and get this squared back up. I'm going to parallel against here. Okay, I need to get my dial indicator out of the way. And I need to get my tool post in a little closer. I don't know what changed. I need to get a parallel that's going to get me a little bit further away. Okay, so that's first chips and then some. So, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but we'll try this. I definitely have to get some camera mounting accessories, but let's clear it up a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to have to work out some camera mounts for over there, since my old trusty, first of all, won't go high enough probably, and second of all, it's busted. I'm not going to run this thing anymore until I get the fluid levels up. And the apron, I'm satisfied that the clutch has the proper amount, but I'm going to change that fluid. I'm thinking that the low fluid level may account for the anomalies I'm having with the apron and the clutches and the cross feeds. So just going to take it slow. I'm going to take advice. I'll probably ignore some of it, but it is what it is. I'm happy to have made some chips on this thing. I am now I feel okay now with my tool post, quick change tool post choice. God, it was great walking in that shop and that man just saying, I got a machine available. You tell me how much and how much you need to know and how much help you need, and he was right there, and we got it done. It took a long time because he was kind of making me do the work, and that's probably a good thing. Plus I tried to keep some of his work going. He had a couple processes going on that were pretty basic. I could do everything but push the start button, so I could do some setups and keep his bandsaw running, mix some coolant, and you know, just things, busy work that took him away from you know, machining. So we kind of traded off, and I think I'm going to spend some time down there tomorrow or maybe a day next week and just kind of hang out there and try to do what I can do, you know, to repay him and just try to make his day a little smoother. Okay, I don't know if we're going to cover anything else or not. Jean-Paul, I got, well, hello, how are you? I sent you an email, you might want to check that. Dozier, we need to talk. We need to find out if these controls have any, these positions on these speed controls have any names, and if there's any little friendly charts that say speed control knob 1 on 5 and speed control knob 2 on the asterisk. You know, it gives you this kind of feed. Yeah. Gonna have the ball oilers together. If anybody knows the spacing on this headstock for ball oilers, I got 2 extra ball oilers I bought that were too big for my application on the blue lathe. So I want to put them on this headstock. I was thinking of just drilling one hole, kind of a guess. You know, if I'm off a little bit, put a copper tube on the bottom of it and point it where it needs to go. And then I can drill the second hole in a more favorable location based on being able to see where that second gear is. So if anybody knows those locations, I'd appreciate if you pass it on to me in the comments. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Next video, we're going to pull the cover off the headstock gearbox and explore that a little bit. Per viewer suggestion is Jean Paul. He suggested I take all that off and just, you know, get an idea of what the speed knobs are moving and in conjunction with what. How does that interact with the back gear, and how does it interact with the direct, which isn't a bad idea. Plus, it'd be nice to see that the lubrication system is doing what it's supposed to be doing as well. Make sure everything's getting lubricated. I believe there's a pump in there that is putting oil in the desired location. It's the same with the apron. There's a pump in there running off, I imagine, one of the screws. Okay, it's hard to say goodbye. Please like, please subscribe. See you next time around.